And so yes, the Bafana of South Africa have won bronze at the 2023 African Cup of Nations for the first time in 24 years. Yes, that is the first time in about 24 years that South Africa is winning bronze at the AFCON, and we're going to check out how they managed to defeat DR Congo to win this particular title, and also we'll check out the history that South Africa have set and also how much they'll be earning after placing third at the AFCON 2023. More coming up very shortly, but you know the drill. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't, like, share, and don't forget to leave a comment. So let's get right into it. So after failing to qualify to the finals of the 2023 African Cup of Nations, South Africa had to settle for third place finish at the 2023 African Cup of Nations. The Bafana of South Africa came up against DR Congo for the fight for the third place at the 2023 AFCON. Well, this was how the game unfolded. It ended 0-0 after 90 minutes of action, and it was DR Congo who gave it their all in this particular game, but unfortunately they missed some great chances in the game as their captain Mbemba failed to score a one-on-one goal where he had Rowan Williams begging, and well, Rowan Williams ended up catching the ball. Well, from there the game proceeded to penalties. There wasn't any extra time at all because we didn't have time for any extra things. We are preparing for tomorrow, the big game. So the game went on to penalties, and it started with South Africa, and guess what? South Africa missed their first kick. You all know that South Africa are not good when it comes to penalties after seeing what they did with the Super Eagles of Nigeria, where they couldn't qualify to the finals due to the penalties that they were unable to kick correctly. Well, this time on, once again they missed their first kick, and DR Congo were in the lead. They kicked all their first 4 penalties correctly. Then the 5th penalty, which they were supposed to score and win, unfortunately their captain Mbemba once again missed that penalty kick, and well, that was how their woes began. Just like 2008 when Chelsea were supposed to win the UEFA Champions League title ahead of Manchester United, John Terry missed that all-important penalty kick, and that is how Mbemba fluffed his penalty kick. Then South Africa went ahead to score their goal in the sudden death. Then also DR Congo scored their goal, but when it came to the 7th penalty kick, Zulu scored for South Africa to make it 6. Then unfortunately Elia of DR Congo missed his penalty as Rowan Williams saved his penalty to deny them the third place finish for South Africa to be crowned the bronze winners of the 2023 African Cup of Nations. So that's how South Africa ended up placing third at the 2023 African Cup of Nations. But did you know that South Africa with this bronze title have set a new record in the AFCON? The best position that South Africa has reached at the AFCON was in the year 2000, and they were in the semi-finals, and they came up against Nigeria in that match when they were supposed to make it to the final, and Nigeria denied them the opportunity to go to the final, and they were kicked out, and they went to the third place finish, and South Africa ended up winning that third place match they played in the year 2000 at the 2000 AFCON. Now, 24 years after, Nigeria kicks them out of the possibility of making it to the final once again at the semi-final stage, and South Africa had to go and battle for the third place finish, and now they've won it. So it's all about South Africa failing to go to the finals, and it's all been Nigeria denying them the opportunity. So this is one of the records that South Africa have set, and it's been 24 years since they managed to do that. They've always been third, and that is their best record at the AFCON. Also, well, do you know the amount of money that South Africa will be making after placing third at the 2023 AFCON? Well, this is the amount of money South Africa and Congo will be earning. Well, the two teams will be sharing $5 million. Each team will receive $2.5 million. So South Africa will take 2.5 million and Congo will also take 2.5 million. But the difference is the bronze medals as well as the bronze title that South Africa will be receiving for placing third at this year's AFCON. So the two teams will be taking home 2.5 million each. Well, another interesting bit about the 2023 AFCON for South Africa is that, did you know that at the 2021 AFCON, South Africa were not able to qualify for that particular tournament? That is what makes this particular AFCON performance great for South Africa. They couldn't qualify for the 2021 AFCON, but yet still they stuck with Hugo Broos, believed in him. They went to the World Cup qualifiers, believed in him despite Ghana denying them the opportunity to qualify for the 2022 World Cup. They still kept Hugo Broos, and now Hugo Broos has led them to a third place finish at the AFCON. And if you think this is just a fluke or a joke, my brother, just wake up. Hugo Broos has worked his way up and has managed to get South Africa to this pedestal, and he deserves a round of applause because Hugo Broos is one of the coaches I revere very much. Look at what he was able to do with Cameroon, and now look at what he's doing with South Africa. If I can predict, maybe you should take a very critical look at South Africa at the next AFCON, which is in 2025, about 12 months away, and I can tell you South Africa could end up winning the 2025 AFCON if they still stick with Hugo Broos. And Charlie, Hugo Broos is one of the top knock coaches. Well, Hugo Broos was at the press conference after the game and was asked about how his players felt about playing the third place match, and he said that his players did not feel anything, or contrary to assertions that South Africa didn't want to play the third place match. He said no, his players were pumped up for the game. He went on to say that, well, he's really proud of his team, and he said this at the press conference after their game against DR Congo. And I want us to take a listen to Coach Hugo Broos of South Africa. Well,
this was an exhausted team today of South Africa. We played 2 games, 120 minutes, 2 times with penalties. We played against opponents who had 1 day more rest than we had. You have the climate, and you saw today that, we were not fresh. But when you see the mentality in that group, they fight for it till the last second of the game. There were players who nearly felt from fatigue, but still they went on. I think that makes that today we win and deserve that win. When you see the game, Congo was better than us. Congo had more chances than us. I'm honest, that's what I saw. But again, if you fight for it like my players did today, again, I think they deserve it, and again, I'm very proud of them.
So that is Hugo Broos, the coach of South Africa, helping them to win bronze at the 2023 African Cup of Nations. Tomorrow is going to be the turn of Nigeria as they come up against host country Ivory Coast in the finals of the 2023 AFCON. Who is going to win the title? Is it going to be Nigeria winning their 4th AFCON title to equal Ghana's 4 AFCON titles, or is it going to be Ivory Coast winning their 3rd AFCON title to equal Nigeria? Well, only time will tell. We are just a few hours away, and trust Sports Update Ghana to bring you up to speed on that, because I'll be with the fans tomorrow outside and not indoors like this one for tomorrow. So come with me tomorrow. Let's meet at the Accra City Mall, Legon Mall. Let's meet at the Legon Mall, where there will be a viewing of the final for the 2023 AFCON. We are going to watch Arsenal versus West Ham in that game. We also watch Aston Villa versus Man United. So I will bring you up to speed on all that and more right here on the channel. As always, it's been a pleasure coming your way with a sports update. I'll see you in the next one. I'm out.